Hi, welcome to How We Met. I'm Sheryl Strich, and every month I get to interview two couples from Laguna Woods. First couple, oh, by the way, happy Valentine's Day. The first couple is Cary and Michelle Gherman. Cary plays pickleball, golf, billiards, and hikes, while Michelle is involved in needleworks, sewing, mahjong, and slip casting. They're both involved in yoga, and they work out at the gym. They're members of the Chicago Club and the Boomers, and they always find time to dance to their favorite band, Band X. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
to be here.
You guys know that I always ask three questions. The first question is, where are you from?
Well, my family is originally from Texas, but I grew up in California, and I claim Huntington Beach as my hometown. I went to high school there. I was a cheerleader there, and I still part of my home.
Was it always as conservative as it is now?
I don't remember it. It seems like it picked up in the 90s, really conservative, but I went away for a while and came back, of course. Yeah.
How about you, Cary? Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from northern New Jersey. Hillsdale is where I was born and raised, and I stayed until I was about 22 when I graduated from Rutgers University.
Nice.
I have a degree in environmental science.
Nice. So you stayed in New Jersey all that time?
Yes, until I was 22.
Okay. What brought you to California?
Well,
Oh, you. Oh, maybe I should wait. Maybe I should wait. Okay. All right. How long have you been a couple?
We've been a couple for 42 years. We've been married for 40.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going to have our 40th wedding anniversary May 18th.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
yeah, we actually met back in 1983. We met on July 4th.
Wait. We're
Yes.
going to get there.
Okay.
We're going to get there. Last question. How long have you been in Laguna Woods?
Just over 2 years.
Oh, just 2 years.
Yeah, we rented for a year, and then we went back, sold our house in Arizona, and then came back and bought a place.
Okay, great. Okay. Wow. So you're newcomers.
Yeah.
Yes, pretty much.
All right. And you already found out about Band X and mahjong and
Oh,
whoa.
yes.
Okay.
I've
right.
just recently learned mahjong. I've always wanted to.
I
so.
think we all have just recently learned mahjong. Okay. So Cary is from my hometown area, northern New Jersey, and
Yeah.
Michelle is in my mahjong group. So there you go. All right. How'd you meet?
Well, I just graduated got my master's degree up in Charlottesville, Virginia, and I was interning in Rome, Georgia, and they invited me to come work for them. And after I graduated, so I went down there and worked. A lot of my friends worked in Greenville, South Carolina, where Cary was, and they said, "Oh, come down. There's a big balloon festival. We'll have a good time for the weekend." So I did. And my friend Tom has said there's guys across the hall that had said, "Party, enter at your own risk," and bring girls. So Tom asked Christine and I to go with him to that party, so we did. But unbeknownst to all of us at the time, all three of us met our future spouse at that party.
How interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was on July 4th, 1983.
Okay.
And I was at that party. I had some friends there, and we met and we were talking.
It wasn't your house.
It wasn't my place.
Okay.
It was a friend's apartment. And so I had to leave early because I was supposed to work the next day. I was on call for my job. And to digress, I was in Greenville, South Carolina because I had graduated with my master's from UNC Chapel Hill, and then I ended up getting a job down in Greenville, South Carolina, working for a company called Digital. Well, I was at that party, had to leave early, but I gave her my business card. I said, "Next time you're in town, why don't we get together?" Well, she didn't call me. But
I kept it in my wallet. But go forward to Halloween, and my friends called me again and said, "Hey."
Okay, so first you met July 4th, now it's Halloween.
Yeah,
Okay.
and my friend said, "Hey, remember those people, Don and Keith, where we crashed their party? They'd moved, but they have a party going on at their other place. Why don't you come down? They'd like to see you again." So I showed up at the party with my friends Chris and Tom, and he showed up.
Oh, were you in costumes?
Yeah, well, me and my friend we went as the Zebra Sisters, and then our friend Tom was a vampire, and then tell them what your costume was.
Yeah, I had these weird googly eyes that looked like Igor from that movie Young Frankenstein. And I showed up, and she was there again, and I said, "Oh, yeah, I remember her." And
Did you guys go hoping you would see the other person?
We did. We kissed at the end of the night, and he asked me for my phone number, and I said, "Well, I just got it. I don't really remember it. I don't have my purse right now. I just got it the day before I left." So I gave him the number I thought was my number.
Yeah, so after I got home, a few days later, I tried calling her, and it was the wrong number. So I had to call 411, if you remember that,
Yes, yes.
information. And
Oh, this is before cell phones.
Yes.
Oh,
This was
okay.
1983.
Rotary dials.
So, yeah, it's October of 1983. So I'm trying to find her, and talking to the 411 people, I said, it might be a new number. You could check that. And I had her, her maiden name, McCowan, and they found her. And I called her, and we set up a date. And then we met in Atlanta, Georgia.
So you were very persistent.
I was.
Yeah.
That's one of his great qualities. If he wants to do something, he'll make it happen.
Yeah. So we met up in Atlanta, and then we started seeing each other on weekends because we were about 150 miles apart.
So when you met up in Atlanta, when you finally were able to reach her, was it a weekend or was it a one-day date?
Yeah, it was an evening, and then we went back, and then we started seeing each other. She would come to Greenville one weekend, and then the next weekend I would go to Rome, Georgia. It was about 150 miles between the two.
And we did that for 6 months until I got a transfer to the engineering group at our corporate headquarters.
Right.
And so then that was our story.
So you were close to, when you got transferred, you were closer to Cary?
Yes.
yeah.
We the engineering group was about 20 miles south, but I made the commute each day. But it was a lot closer than that 150 miles.
So we were both living in Greenville then, and then we got engaged in late '84, and we got married in 1985, May of 1985.
Yeah.
So just about 40 years ago. Yeah.
That's really cute.
Thanks to his persistence.
Yeah. And then we
Yeah.
moved all over the country for my job.
Oh, did you continue working, Michelle?
I did until my daughter was born, and then we moved a lot. We were like moving every 5 years. I grew up that way too with my dad. We always said he was a corporate migrant worker, and then Cary turned our kids into.
How come you guys had to move so much?
Well, it's just my job, was transferring different places. So I went from Greenville, got a promotion to go to corporate in Massachusetts.
Oh.
And so we lived in New Hampshire. I commuted to Massachusetts. Then I got another job with another company in Pennsylvania. Lived there for about 5 years. Then we moved to Rochester, New York. Lived there for about 8 years. Then we moved to Arizona. But we were there for about 18 years before we came here to Laguna Woods.
And I told him I only have one more move left in me, so we better pick well.
So do you guys lived pretty simply? Because with all these moves, it would be...
Well, we had because these were corporate transfers, they pay for you to move. So you tend to accumulate stuff, and you have a bigger house along the way. So by the time we ended up moving here and downsizing, there was a lot to go through and
So the
get rid
move
of.
from Arizona to here was on you?
Yes. Yeah. So we had to get rid of a lot of stuff before we came here.
Yeah, you can go to the Goodwill, drop off your stuff, and then go visit your furniture inside.
Yeah, exactly.
So how soon did your kids come along?
Our daughter came, we were married in '85, our daughter came in '88, and then our son 6 years later.
And they were okay with all the moves? I guess they didn't know any better.
The hardest move was for our daughter when we moved from New York, upstate New York, to Arizona. She was 16.
Oh.
But that was a move we had to do because I had my job was going away. So there was a good opportunity in Arizona, and we just went ahead and did it. But she adapted. It was okay. And she's okay now. They're still in Arizona.
Oh, they're still in Arizona?
Yeah,
Yes.
we left our kids. No, we still love them. We just had our first granddaughter not long ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah, November 1st she was born.
Congratulations. How wonderful.
Yeah.
It's so neat to have grandchildren because you can just be really fun with them and then
Yeah.
leave.
Spoil the heck out of
Right.
them.
Yeah. So we're back and forth to Arizona a fair amount. Every couple of months we're heading back
Well, it's
there.
pretty easy to get there.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
Phoenix area?
Yeah, it's west of Phoenix in Glendale, so
Okay.
yeah, we're able to get out there pretty easily.
So you can visit them now. You won't do it during the summer.
Exactly,
Right.
yeah.
They may come to see you in the summer.
They will.
That's the plan.
Have you guys taken any big family trips?
Well,
I have a mother who's in hospice, and we're waiting to take a big trip coming up. Yeah, so just, I don't want to, we were talking to going to Australia, and I want to go for a month or more.
Right.
And I'm just,
Right.
how life goes.
Right.
We used to take a lot of family trips when I was working. We would tack on a vacation to my business trip.
Oh.
So we've gone to Europe together and Scotland and
Oh, the whole
and
family.
yeah, the whole
Yeah.
family,
Oh, yeah.
places like that. But since we've been here, we
Yes.
haven't done that.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I meant over time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
luckily with all my travel, I've been all over the world, China, India, Europe, South America. We've had an opportunity to take some really good trips.
And you must have accumulated quite a few points.
Yes, I still do.
For somebody flying without points, I really am quite envious of you.
Well, I know when we're going to Australia, we've got a bunch of, we're going to blow it all, go first class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's really the way to go on a trip that long.
Yeah, it was 16, 17 hours in the plane. Yeah.
So you've been in Laguna Woods for 2 years. What do you find about Laguna Woods that you like, that's been good for you?
Wow. Well, when we first came in rented at 29Q, we went to the clubhouse, and that was the first night we met a bunch of people. We met Band X, and we met all of our friends that night. We say, we showed up, and that you get involved.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Sherry from Showalter from Band X
Right.
introduced us to a lot of people that first night that we were
Right.
here. We knew no one,
Right.
and then we came away knowing a bunch of people, and then we just kept showing up to things. People would say, "Why don't you go to this?" or "Why don't you go to that?" And that's the way we've been living for the last couple of years, just to keep trying new things and enjoying all the things that this community has to offer.
I've found that it's so much easier to make friends here than outside.
Oh,
and
yes.
and there's always something to do and someone to do something with.
Well, I know when we were in Phoenix, we saw a lot of our friends go home, back to their families.
right.
And so, as we had lots of friends, but they dwindled down. So
Right.
it was like an infusion of life.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's just so many things to do, and we
Right.
just enjoy staying busy and socializing with our friends. And, it's also such a caring community, because when I was having my health issues a year ago, people supported us better than any other place we've ever lived. It was really wonderful to have that support.
I think this place is pretty special.
Yes.
Anyway, I just got the 2-minute warning.
Okay.
So I've got to wrap it up. But thank you
Okay.
so much for coming on. This was really sweet.
We've enjoyed
Thank
it.
you.
If you'd like to come on to the show, email us at lwvcouples@gmail.com. Include your name, phone number, and email address, and brief description of your story.